Hello everybody, my name is Jacob, and welcome back to Banjo-Kazooie. Now, quick note, hey, remember how in the last episode I explained to you that, I lost some audio recording and then had to redo? So yeah, I went through this level already for a second time after, stopping for this episode, what you're seeing right now, and lost the audio again. So I redid it again. So this is now the third attempt to record this area without any negative impacts, and I think, knock on wood, that it should be fine now. So I'm basically just gonna blaze through this area so we can get to the next level and we can start to see some new stuff that I haven't seen and you haven't seen, instead of just being one of those two. So let's grab the Jinjo. Woo, yay. I mean, I already know how this level works. I already know this sort of stuff that we get here. And then after we're done with this level, we'll go back and we'll get that one remaining, Jiggy that's in Freezeezy Peak, that I can't get yet because I need a move, power-up, or whatever from, this area. So, first things first. We're going to climb ourselves up here, and just to go ahead and get it out of the way, I'm going to grab these boots and grab these music notes, noties, musicies. It's funny to me that I don't think those have a name. They're just notes. Just so we can grab these and get them out of the way and not have to worry about them later. Also, for those who haven't noticed, check out the pause menu. I have 7 honeycombs now. Because just while replaying those other levels, I just was like, oh, here's a honeycomb piece. Oh, and here's another one. Well, I found enough of them already. I might as well find the last couple I need to complete the next chunk. So I have 7 now. That's just a thing that I have now. Yeah. So to briefly explain what the deal with this level is as I've learned it, basically, this level consists of a bunch of pyramids where there are challenges hidden inside them, and in order to unlock said pyramids, you have to do various tasks. Sometimes that's just as simple as pressing a button, hence, like at the top of this one, I pressed a button to open this door. Sometimes you literally have to raise the pyramid from the depths of the sand, which you will see us do in a bit here. But yeah, I'm frustrated that I keep having to replay this level, because, I mean, the game is basically teasing me by saying, like, hey, next is a haunted house level that's, like, your favorite type of stuff. 1,000 thanks, my friend. Histup will now help you with your quest. Thank you, Histup. Boy, talk about a stretchy situation. That joke itself was a stretch, so don't worry, trust me, I knew. But I think it says a lot, and I even said this in the last episode that I screwed up the recording on. It says a lot about this game that I've now replayed the opening chunk of it quite a few times, and I still love it. These are the running shoes. Beaky wears them on her scrawny feet to make her run really fast for limited time. Your energy is a little low. I'll fill it up for you. Well played, Banjo. You've now learned all the moves in the game. Thank you, Bottles. Every move in the game is now mine. What a cool, great, awesome, fun time this is. Yeah, nice try. But basically, it's a game that it's always frustrating to replay opening parts of games. But the fact that this is now the 3rd time that I'm doing this, after already having to do this twice, and I still am really enjoying my time with the game, says a lot. We now are unfortunately running into the situation where I don't know what have or haven't said. I don't know what I said in this episode that was lost, and I don't know what I said in the Freezeezy Peak episode that was kept. No, I've had that 1,000 years. Well done, mortal. So, I could easily be saying stuff right now that I'm repeating, and if I am, I apologize. I'm unaware of it. So I'll try to avoid repeating myself too much and mostly just talk about stuff that's in this level. But again, when you've had to repeat yourself and re-record stuff and all that so much, it's kind of hard to tell what is and isn't repeated. It's just the fact of the matter. I'm going to switch up the order in which I do some of these challenges because I just realized that I think there's a way to do this that might be a little bit easier than the way I was doing it in the past. So we're going to try that first. Yeah, other than that, how's everyone doing on this fine day? Everybody having a swell day? Everybody having a swell time? I know I am. I've seen Thor. Again, another thing that I'm not sure if I mentioned in the last episode or not. I know that this episode is literally going up far enough in advance to where, I could even theoretically talk about spoilers because it's going up literally that far in advance, but I won't do that in case there's some people who just haven't seen it. I hate being the For me, spoilers are, and I mean, this is something that maybe I'll change this personal rule now that the theatrical model is so up in the air right now, unless it's a blockbuster. Like, I have friends who adore films, like, just as much as I do, but only saw, like, Everything Everywhere All at once it hit home media. So, like, I don't know what people's order of, like, importance is for what stuff to watch, so I'll keep my mouth shut on spoilers and stuff. But I used to decree that it's, when it hit home media, that was considered, at least in my mind, fair game. Like, if it's on home media, if I can walk into a store and buy it, then that's considered fair game to talk about spoilers, unless there are specific people who are waiting. Like, if I know one of my friends is like, oh, I always watch Marvel movies with my dad, and I'm not going to see my dad until July, so I'm going to wait to see Doctor Strange 2 in July, then even if it's, like, even though it's on Disney Plus now, I wouldn't talk about spoilers around them because I specifically know, like, oh, you're avoiding spoilers for a specific amount of time, specifically for a specific reason. How many times can I say the word specific in one sentence? But that's a circumstance that I would obviously avoid that. Damn it. I thought I could pull this off, and I guess that I can't. I was going to try to jump down here to get all of the music notes and the Jinjo and stuff with the boots, instead of having to swim down here later. Oh, come on. Can we make it? Can we make it? Oh, we probably didn't deserve that, but we made it. We made it all the same. That's all that matters. Alright. I really, really very much would like to land right here and take out this bug. Will it come after me, or do I have to get down here? I have to get down here for it to come after me. Got it? Okay. Now that we have that, I have enough for me to consider it safe game to run after over here. Okay, we made it. We're away from the bees. Not the bees! I do find, like, something I know that I didn't talk about in, like, I know for a fact I didn't talk about it in Freeze Easy Peak because I don't think it was a thing that you could do in Freeze Easy Peak. At the very beginning of this level, there's that, like, water pond with a beehive near it. And I love that from a game design perspective because you as the player see the beehive, you break it open, you get health, but the bees start to attack you. And then your brain immediately says, oh, can I jump in the water to run away from the bees? You can. And they tell you that basically by showing you, like, look, there's a beehive here right next to some water, so just have at it. And also this thing that I have words for rare about that. But basically just the fact of the matter of, like, so I am constant. Oh, I did not know there was a Mumbo skull up here. We're learning new things every day. But basically, when I pressed that, man, perspective is wild. When I pressed that button outside to open up the thing in the top of this pyramid to let me go in, the game basically was like, look, you have 25 seconds, but you don't actually, because it takes 5 seconds to show you the little cutscene, and even then, the door at the top starts to close after, or it starts to close at around, like, 2 or 3 seconds. So the game is telling you, oh, you have 25 seconds, but in reality, you don't. You don't at all, because if you did really have 25 seconds, the timer wouldn't start until you can move, and it wouldn't start to close until later. Oh, there's still one more Jiggy. All right, let's go get it. Or, not Jiggy, music note, because that would have driven me bonkers had I not seen that. I would have been like, where's the last one? Where is it? And just never apparently realized that it was down there. So, check this out. There's still a couple more pyramids we have yet to go into. And this guy's one of them. I have to get in here by feeding him if I can actually line it up right. And the reason... You could do this before it fills up with water, but the reason I chose to do it after it fills up with water is to make the jumps easier. I don't jump in the hot sand and hurt myself because I missed the jump onto one of these tiny, precarious little platforms. Like that. Normally, I would have hurt myself, but because the water was there, I didn't. You know, you're learning things about how the game is designed and the world and all that. And because I'm given choices, of how, like, I know I've talked about the things that I prefer in this game compared to Mario 64, getting able to collect all the Jiggies without, leaving or coming back, the ease of level design, letting me collect any in whatever order, but it also, the idea of collecting them in whatever order you want is, at least in my mind, better, because even if you as a game studio were like, hey, we are going to let you collect... We're going to let you collect the Jiggies without leaving the level, you could be like, well, that's great. But then there's that double-edged sword of like, but you can only collect certain ones in certain orders. So if that was the case, this is King Sandybutt's tomb. Turn back or face his wrath. The name Sandybutt is just too good. It's a really good name. But even if you let me conquer them in whatever order I wanted... Or, I mean, even if you let me conquer them without kicking me out, if you still made me do it in a linear progression, then that's still frustrating, because it's like, oh, okay, you gave me a half step. You gave me, like, what I thought was the freedom to do this in whatever way I wanted, but in reality, it was not. And it's just as frustrating, because even though you don't kick me out, I still have to stick to that stringent line. Which, to me... is why it to me is one of the elements that makes Mario 64 frustrating. Is it would be one thing if it had the linear star collection, and it would be one thing if it but it let you stay in the level, and it would be one thing if it had the you can collect them in whatever order you want, but we're gonna kick you out after each one. The fact that it has both of them at once is just, in my mind at least, unnecessarily frustrating. Because it just ends up being a layer of wabamo. It ends up just being more complicated than it has any need to be. And, you know, that's frustrating and unnecessary, because you as a game designer... Like, I've seen a lot of discourse quote-unquote discourse in recent years about game design in terms of difficulty. Where does the difficulty lie? Where does it begin and end? That sort of stuff. And I've seen a lot of people say, well, I've seen a lot of people say, well, you say that, you, like, a game designer shouldn't punish the player, but, like, what about Dark Souls? And it's like, you're not... If you think the point of Dark Souls is to punish the player, you're not understanding... You don't understand the game. The point of Dark Souls is not to punish the player. The point of Dark Souls is to teach the player. And the way that game teaches the player is by, like, well, there's numerous reasons or ways that they do it. The first of which I think might actually be the most genius, is that first enemy you encounter that's so overpowered for where you are that, like, yeah, you could technically beat it, but it would be way too long and way too hard for your first playthrough. Like, it's the sort of thing where, like, you could beat them, but only if you'd played the game before and you knew about the mechanics and stuff, even the stuff you have access to at level 1. By the way, this is a matching thing. So, the fact that they throw that first enemy in there, I think is genius for numerous reasons. Not only does it... Rude. Not only does it allow for a fun little, like, cinematic moment of, like, whoa, look at the thing, but it also allows... It teaches the player there are some circumstances, there are some things you're just not going to be able to solve. Buddy, I'm going to need you to stop. And because it teaches the player that, I think it does it in a fun way that, oh my god, normally I get this flawlessly, basically. Okay, Banjo's head is right there, okay. Where's that other honeycomb? That's a feather. There's Kazooie. Okay, there's the music note. Okay, there's a feather. Okay. We can do this. Limited amount of time, but we can do this. The other egg is over here, right? Yes. Okay, bird brain is over here. Yes? It's right here? Yes, baby. Get rid of the mummy for a second. Music note, I feel like, is up here. No, that's the Jinjo. Is this the no, that's Mumbo, but I know Mumbo's here. Oh, I gotta do this flawlessly. Oh, music note. I'm not gonna get it! No! Damn it! Alright, it's fine. We got this. Oh, really? All the way back here? Why? Okay, yeah, you want rain. Yeah. How's your nuts, bark breath? Yeah. I love the stuff like that that slides through in this kid's game. It's delightful to me. Okay. Back up to over this way. Hit the button again. That's the first time I've actually failed that. Every other time I still manage to get it. But it's fine. It's not gonna be too difficult. We just gotta remember. And, oh, actually, duh, I know why they don't just restart you outside of the pyramid. I know why they restart you at the beginning of the level. Because now, by the time I've gotten back here, I've completely forgotten where everything is. The only thing I've remembered is the Jinjos are there. Dude, I need you to calm yourself. And then the egg is here. It's stuff that I'm not going to remember it until I see it. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Because that's sort of the point of remembering. It's like, what do you mean you don't remember it till you see it? It's like, yeah, that's literally the whole concept of remembering. Because if you didn't need to remember it, you would just know it. Right? Is that... I have no idea if anything I'm saying makes any sense whatsoever. Because I'm trying to both wax philosophical and also jump on some tiles and platforms and hop around and hop around and hop around. Jump up, get down. Okay, got it. Give me that jiggy. Give me that jiggy. Where not really going through this as quickly as I thought we would be. But I'm not super concerned about it. It's not something that I'm, like, freaking out about. It's just a fact of the matter. Alright, gonna hop on the carpet. Now. Got it. Ooh, almost actually didn't make it. Alright. Okay. What's up, Camel? You're free now. This is the titular Goby. Here's your reward bear. Goby's off to cool down. Alright. And actually, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. And I don't know if I've mentioned, like, thoughts on this before or not. I think I like that... I'm trying to see the closest way to just jump back. I think I like that you don't get your health refilled after collecting a Jiggy. Initially, didn't like the idea, because I'm thinking like, well, I did a thing, you should reward me for doing the thing. But in hindsight, okay, yes, I couldn't tell if I actually got him or not. In hindsight, I love that I don't get healed for it, because it requires, it stops being an easy way out. It stops being an easy thing where I can like, oh, well, I can just do it, and it becomes a challenge in and of itself. Speaking of challenges in and of themselves, anybody want to fly? Anybody want to take to the skies and fly? I know I do. Oh, come on, game. Like that, okay. That one I'll give you. That one I'll give you for not letting me get up for. Because we are about to fly up. We're going to fly up, get a Jiggy. Then we're going to come back here and get a Jiggy. It's going to be Jiggies all the time. Every way, every place. It's going to be nice and easy. It's going to be fun. Summon all the hidden rings of the ancients to beat the witch. Yeah, did you know that? I get to beat the witch right now if I fly through all these rings. It's a cheat. It's a secret. Nobody knows this. Except for me. Because nobody's ever gotten to the... No one's ever actually flown through the ring before. You would think, of course, so many people have. But no. No one actually has. It's a unfortunate little detail of game design. Like, you try to make something obvious for the player. Most of the time, they won't actually do it. I'm joking, of course. That's ridiculous. Actually, now that I think about it, though, I think my favorite thing about game design I've ever heard is from a documentary called Indie Game the Movie. And I would be willing to bet money that I've mentioned this documentary before. Because I truly love it, not just in terms of video games, but as a documentary, I really, really love it. I think it's excellently made. But there's an interview with Edmund McMullen, I think, the creator of Binding of Isaac, Gish, The End Is Nigh, Super Meat Boy, and he basically says, he talks about his fundamentals of game design, how he approaches game design. And the way he says it is, there's a level in Super Meat Boy that, like, in order to cross the gap, like, there's a gap, you need to jump across the gap. And you as a player will experiment with the buttons and all that and go like, okay, what button is what, da-da-da-da-da, and you will naturally press a button to jump. And once you see that you can jump, you will jump across the platform, and you will be on the other side, and you'll complete the level. And you're teaching yourself how to do it. Much like how this right here, what I'm doing, is a great moment of game design, because this is after Clanker's Cavern, where I used the eggs to knock out Clanker's teeth. I'm not only presented with two platforms here that are similar in placement to those other platforms, but given the fact that this level requires so much flying, I want to grab those red feathers because I see them and I go, oh, those give me flying power, I want to go to those. So the moment I touch foot on one of these platforms, this Sphinx says something about having a stuffy nose, so I put that. So I want to get the red feathers, and that's what makes me go over here, which then that's what causes the Sphinx to speak to me. And I, because I'm smart and I know about unclogging the teeth and unclogging things and firing things at things from far away, that's what causes me to go, what about shooting the eggs? And then since he's got 2 nostrils, much like Clanker had 2 teeth, boom, that's excellent game design. Because at no point did the game sit me down and say, hey, the Sphinx's nose is stuffy, he needs you to fix it. Or, hey, shoot your eggs to unclog the Sphinx's nose. At no point did the game tell me that. I had to naturally, using the environment around me, deduce that. And not only that, I got over there of my own volition. There was no moment where the game was like, hey, hop up here and then we'll tell you the next thing. Or like, look, there's a little sign with a question mark on it. That's going to tell you how to get to the... There was nothing like that. It was all me discovering that purely from exploring. That, to me, is good game design. Because you're letting the player discover and learn it yourself. Which, to go circle it back to Indie Game the Movie... Oh my god, I really do hate the way that's controlled, though. To circle back to Indie Game the Movie, Edmund says after he talked... Oh my god. I forgot that you can, like, slide around once you're crouched. Edmund talks about you as a game designer, that level, the player has taught themselves how to jump. And the player... If you're experimenting with all the buttons, you will eventually find the run button, and you as a player will press that button, realize, oh, I can press this button and go faster, and because of natural, just like momentum, how that stuff works, you will naturally try to jump while pressing the run button. And Edmund says that in that he says, that's better than a little text box that says hold run to jump far, because the player could not only skip the text box, but you've not only made your player feel better by teaching them how to do it, but it's been shown with game design, if you learn it yourself, if I, like, oh god, this stupid capture card messed up again. I'm like, this thing is really, hold on. This thing is really starting to get on my nerves, because you have moments where it works nigh flawlessly for so long. Like the first 5 episodes of Banjo-Kazooie, might even be 6 episodes, there was no issue whatsoever. And then all of a sudden, it started to have issues, like, ever since I got to this latter half of the game. And I don't know why. Metroid Dread, issues all throughout. All throughout. Kirby in the Forgotten Land, issue maybe once. So few times, I don't even remember if it had any issues with it. But yeah. But basically, the point of what he's saying in the documentary, and the point of what I'm saying, with, like, hopping on the platforms and all that, is if you, as a game designer, craft something in your game to teach a player how to do a thing. For example, teach them, oh, something is clogged, etc., or whatever, use your eggs to unclog it. Not only do you make your player happier because you have taught them how to do a thing, you basically guarantee that they remember how to do it in the future. Because if you just throw it on a little text box and say, like, oh, do this thing to do the ba-ba-ba, there's a chance that your player won't remember it later, because they'll see the little text box and they'll go, okay, text box, skip, and that'll be that. But if you allow the player to learn it themselves, to essentially teach themselves how to do it, bada bing, bada boom, chances are you've taught your player something that they're not going to forget, and then later on in the game, they're not going to get frustrated because, how do I do the thing? This tree looks a bit thirsty, but I need all my water for myself. Yeah, nice try. Give him some water. Spit it directly into his mouth. Disgusting. Lovely water. Trunka feels great. And one more thing that I love, that I deeply, desperately love, is instead of simply, like, making a longer model and blending the model together with the shorter one or whatever, the game designers, they didn't do that. They straight up just stretched the character model. And I love that they did that. I truly, truly love that. It's just so weird and silly, and I love it. And we are almost at the end of this episode, guys. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Hi, I'm gonna talk to you. Crunchy's best friend at which school was the awful Saggy Maggie? It really does sound quite absurd. Adventure of a bear and a bird. I thought she was gonna say something about what her sister said. When relaxing, she usually reads Big Butts and Guts magazine while sipping a glass of her favorite smoothie, Elephant Sweat. Oh, you're not gonna heal me again? Okay. Fine, whatever. No health for me, I guess. Keep away from the bug. Keep away from the bug. Stay away from me, bug. Hey, bug, you can come after me now, though. I'm on. Come after me now, bug. Okay, never mind. Oh, great, a mummy. And as far as I know, there's no way to defeat mummies. I'm just gonna have to deal with them. Oh, and a second one, too. Great. I want that Jiggy, though. I want that Jiggy. Come on. How do I get that Jiggy? It's not like I can... It's not like I can wall bounce. Alright, whatever. We're gonna go back and we're gonna get that last, we're gonna go back and get the last, whatchamacallit, Jiggy in Freeze Peak. And then we're gonna call it an episode. And then the next episode will start with us finding, the way to get into that haunted house level. And then, yeah, getting into the haunted house level and doing it and taking care of business. Okay, crap. I thought there was health in there. Oh, I actually... okay, so this is the first time I'm coming back to Freeze Peak. I have no idea if those snowmen stay gone or if they respawn. Oh, great, they respawn. That's gonna make the race so much easier. I say fully fluent in sarcasm. Oh, wait, they go away for the race. Duh. I know that for a fact. Because it happened during the last time. Alright, I have some health now. Let's go back over here and do this other race. Yeah, look at him. Just... why is that one frozen, but the one beyond him, or behind him, was still doing its animation? Why was that the case? I don't know. Probably some little animation hoo-ha thing that just didn't understand. I love how happy they are in their little life image. It makes me so happy. Hey, buddy. Fancy a race against Boggy? Press A to accept or B to chicken out. I love that. Watch this. This may be my favorite thing in the game. Maybe my favorite thing. Watch this. Oh, wait. I have to go further away, I think. How do I... what about now? Is this far enough away? Alright, I guess I have to literally walk away from here and then come back. But watch, when I get up here and I walk over to him to do the thing, watch Banjo's animation. It just stops, but he keeps sliding because of the ice. I love it. I love it. It's great. It just stands like a statue. Okay, buddy. Here's the rules. Run through that red slalom gates and beat me to the end. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go, bird brain. It's not gonna be easy. Faster. You're not trying back there. Oh, I'm trying, believe me. You haven't seen... oh, no! Oh, no, no, no. I didn't thread the needle enough, but I'm still coming up on him. Oh, no. Oh, no! Oh, no, no, no. I didn't even realize... oh, my God, no. This is too easy. I'm giving up. I didn't realize that could happen. Okay, note to self. Gotta stay on the side. Can't fall off. I'll try to make it close this time. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, let's go, bird brain. You think I'm not trying? How dare you? You haven't seen me not try. Oh, what if it runs out at the very last second? So if you're not as fast as can possibly be, it becomes basically impossible. Okay, hit the bridge. Okay, I hit the bridge. He basically pushed me across the bridge, but that's fine. Oh no. This is, nope, I lost it. I absolutely lost it. There's no way I can come back from, or maybe I can do it. Maybe I can do it. Did he actually slow down? I can't tell. Come on. Hell yeah. Let's do it. No, I've lost again. Take my other medal. I'm off to look for my kids' presents. Yeah, well, guess what? Already took care of that for you. No need to worry. No need to worry about that. Hell yeah. Oh. Guess what, everybody? Freeze-Easy Peak is complete, as is Gobi's Desert. I'm going to stand here on this number 1 while I give this little speech. So, here's what I'm going to do. In between episodes, I'm going to go find the, like, jiggy picture, whatever you want to call it, of the Haunted Mansion level, and I'll go and find it, and then I'll resume the episode when I found it. That way, you don't see me wandering around like an idiot trying to find it. That way, I can just resume seeing it, fill it in, and then we'll proceed to the next level. So, on that note, thank you everybody for watching. Like the video if you liked the video, share the video if you'd like to share the video, subscribe if you'd like to as well. That would really help me out. I have been Jacob, and you have been wonderful. Thank you guys for coming along with me. I really loved having you with me. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, hey, 3rd time's the charm on completing a level without your capture software messing up. And this has been Banjo-Kazooie. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. See you, Space Cowboys.